The forgotten soil elixir that turned my grandparents' garden into a living powerhouse. There's a moment every gardener remembers, a moment when you step into someone else's garden and feel something different in the air, as if the soil itself is humming. That was my grandparents' garden. Plants didn't just grow there. They thrived in a way that made visitors stop and stare. Even as a kid, I sensed their harvests weren't normal. The colors were richer. The scents were deeper. The growth was unstoppable. And for years, the true reason lived quietly in an old wooden barrel tucked behind their shed, brewing a secret that shaped every inch of their land. Today on Crop Corner, I'm finally sharing that long-guarded recipe, an ancient compost tea elixir that transformed their soil into a living powerhouse and can transform yours too. Where this ancient wisdom began. Long before gardening guides, fertilizers, and bottled boosters filled store shelves, my grandparents relied on something far more grounded, something learned from generations before them. They always said, "The soil remembers," and at the time, I didn't understand what that meant. But eventually, I discovered the truth. Their thriving garden wasn't the result of luck or ideal conditions. It was the result of a living brew they prepared with a kind of patience you rarely see today. It wasn't flashy, and it definitely wasn't modern, yet its effects were so profound that even the toughest seasons couldn't break their plant's spirit. This wasn't just compost. It was a fermented, microbe-rich tea designed not to feed plants directly, but to awaken the soil, repairing it, energizing it, and unlocking its natural ability to support life. And the beauty is that anyone can make it. Why this elixir works so powerfully. Unlike quick-fix fertilizers that overload plants with nutrients they can't fully use, this ancestral compost tea does something infinitely smarter. It infuses the soil with life, billions of beneficial microbes that rebuild structure, improve drainage, break down organic matter, and create a protective buffer against disease and stress. My grandparents chose every ingredient with intention. The heart of the mixture was fully matured compost made from everyday kitchen scraps like vegetable peels, along with grass clippings, dried leaves, crushed eggshells, and a touch of aged manure. These materials naturally host diverse microorganisms, and diversity is everything in soil restoration. This tea fed the underground ecosystem, not just the plants above it. But the rare ingredient that made their mixture almost magical was a small handful of forest soil. They believed soil from a thriving forest carries the microbial networks that help an ecosystem communicate and defend itself. Whether you see that through the poetry or through the science, it works. Forest soil introduces hardy, resilient microbial species that amplify the complexity and strength of the compost tea. That's why their gardens stayed disease-resistant and vigorous year after year without store-bought boosters or chemicals. How they brewed this living tea was where their artistry showed. They never used plastic or metal containers, believing those materials interfered with fermentation. Instead, they chose clay or wood, materials that breathe subtly and support stable microbial growth. All right, folks, here's the exact home gardener-friendly formula they used. Start with 4 cups of fully matured compost and add 1 cup of aged manure. Then toss in 1 teaspoon of forest soil. You'll need 5 gallons of clean, non-chlorinated water too. Everything went into the container, submerged completely. They loosely covered it to keep debris out but let air circulate. There was no aeration pump, no thermometer, and no rush. Patience was part of the recipe. For 10 to 14 days, the mixture quietly fermented, and once a day they stirred it gently with a wooden stick. Over time, the smell shifted from earthy to sweet and fermented, signaling that the microbes had reached their peak activity. When the tea was ready, they strained it slowly through cloth. The remaining solids went back into the compost pile, completing the cycle without waste. Now, how to apply the elixir for maximum power. Even though the tea was potent, they never used it full strength. They believed young roots deserved gentleness, not shock. Their dilution ratio was simple and perfect, 1 part compost tea to 4 parts water. Then they applied it directly to the soil around the base of vegetables, fruit trees, flowers, and herbs. They never sprayed it on leaves. They fed the soil first, trusting that healthy soil would give plants exactly what they needed. Timing mattered deeply. Early morning or late afternoon ensured the microbes settled into the soil before the sun could weaken them. They followed this ritual once every 2 weeks during the growing season, and the results were nothing short of extraordinary. Leaves grew deeper in color, stems grew sturdier, flowers held their blooms longer, and the soil transformed, becoming looser, darker, richer, and far more alive. Even beneficial insects appeared in greater numbers, as if drawn to the refreshed ecosystem. Their garden became naturally resilient, requiring fewer interventions and almost no problem solving. The soil took care of itself. What makes this recipe timeless, you might wonder? Well, what really sets this elixir apart isn't rigidity. It's the principle behind it. Using what your environment already gives you. Working with nature's cycles instead of, say, fighting against them. Letting microbes multiply slowly, just the way they've done for thousands of years. Modern gardening, honestly, is often rushed and chemical dependent, but this old-school method reminds us that real soil health can't be manufactured. It's got to be cultivated. Now, the best part? This recipe costs almost nothing. It cuts down on waste and creates sustainable abundance in ways those synthetic fertilizers just can't replicate. And, well, the moment you brew your first batch, you feel connected to the process in a way that makes gardening feel deeper, calmer, and more meaningful. You become part of your garden story instead of just managing it. I'm sharing this with Crop Corner because, honestly, these traditions aren't meant to fade into history. They deserve to be passed on, revived, and, adapted for modern gardens. Every time you brew this tea, you're not just feeding soil. You're continuing a legacy of natural stewardship that sustained gardens long before any of us. So, if this guide inspired you or taught you something valuable, make sure you subscribe to Crop Corner, share this video with your gardening friends, and help keep this ancient wisdom alive. Your garden will thank you, and so will future generations.